And we want to welcome Spencer O'Leary to the program. He is CEO of ActiveOps North America, and he is here to talk to us today about folks choosing to work permanently at home rather than getting a $30,000 a year raise from the company they work for. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Spencer, first of all, I detect that you're not a native Texan.
I'm not. I'm from England.
Okay. We always marvel at English accents in here in Texas.
I'll try and do my best today.
Well, anyway, there's a survey that's out there, and it's by the anonymous professional network Blind, and they asked more than 3,000 employees on that platform if they'd rather permanently work from home or get $30,000 raise. 64% said they'd rather work from home. What does that statistic mean to you?
And I'm not surprised at all by that statistic. I think we work with some of the largest financial service companies, banks, insurers, including healthcare across the U.S., Canada, and U.S. And that number doesn't surprise me. I think people's lives changed through 2020, and some people aren't able to go back to work in the way that they did. They've made alternative childcare provisions. They're looking after elderly parents. We've got a number of people whose employers were surprised to find out their employees had actually moved away from the city that they used to commute to, and they'd moved to a different town. So a lot of people are unable to commute, and a lot of people don't want to commute. Their lifestyle has changed. They work a number of hours across a working day, but they work different hours. They maybe work early morning, then take some time off with the kids to go to school. They work through the day, take some time off, and then work in the evening. So people's working lifestyles and personal lifestyles have changed. And going back to the office, 9 to 5 or 8 to 6 just doesn't accommodate that new living.
And apparently, there were two companies that were included in that survey, where where some of the employees said yes, indeed they would opt for the raise, but by and large, that the most people want to stay at home. And what is it that your company does? Do you offer companies some sort of a technology that allows them to better serve work-at-home employees?
Yeah, well, one of the challenges we find with most businesses is enabling your employees to work at home. It's challenging, but it's not impossible. So as long as you equip them with the right IT equipment, you've got the right level of communication, and actually working from home is not a great challenge. But what most of our customers found was that managing people who work from home is a real challenge. So one of the things that COVID took away from the manager, the leader of people, was two of their management tools that they use, and that's their ears and their eyes. They could manage people that they could see and they could hear, and that was taken away. So at ActiveOps, we provide managers with a piece of technology that allows to measure and manage through a number of different metrics: people's productivity, people's well-being, and most importantly, it gives managers control in knowing who can do what when, how many hours of time they've got, how much work they've got, and gives them that element of control back. So one of the things, the two companies you mentioned in the article, the thing that I think they're really going to struggle at is it has never been easier to change jobs. Changing jobs used to mean going to a different office, maybe on a different bus or on a different route. And today I can sit in my same office at home at my same desk. I get a new computer shipped, and then I start a new job. So attrition caused by people who are not happy having to go back to the office and don't want to take that $30,000 pay rise, these companies are really going to face, if they can't get the management controls in place that people like us at ActiveOps can give, they're going to have a real challenge in retaining good talent.
And you also hear that companies like, according to this article that I'm reading, J.P. Morgan is ordering all their employees back to the office by July. And like you said, a lot of people are not doing it. Correct?
A lot of people are going to do it. They're going to either attempt to work from home, but what those employees are going to do is probably work harder looking for somebody else to work for than they are going to work out how they're going to go back to the office. And there are plenty of companies out there who are offering remote or hybrid flexible working. And as long as they can get that management layer right, so they can make sure people have been productive, people's well-being has never been more important. Workplace stress is on the increase, and they can make sure as a management team they're in control, then managing through a hybrid environment is certainly possible. We have a couple of road shows coming up, one in Atlanta, June 22nd, and in Tampa, Florida on 29th, that are specifically around that hybrid working model. We're bringing organizations together not to work out how to get people back to the office, but how to give people the choice of working from home, working from the office, or working on the road, working wherever people are. As long as they have the right technology and the right management structure in place, then that's a possibility as we go through 2021.
And so, Spencer, the upside of people having to work from home very quickly and adapt to that model is for companies. They didn't realize that it would work so well for some people, right?
Well, that's kind of right. So we measure hundreds of thousands of employees for our customers and did do right throughout 2020 and 2021 to date. And the thing we found was through the early part of 2020, both productivity and well-being improved. We have ways of monitoring how people work, how they interact with their computer, and we can sense changes in working behavior, which is often a sign of decreasing well-being. So productivity went up and so did well-being. But what we found at the end of 2020 and the beginning of 21 is productivity was dropping, and at an alarming rate, so was well-being. So whilst working from home was kind of okay in the first instance, a 100% work from home, humans are interactive animals. We like to collaborate. Congregation is important to us in the way we share ideas and be creative. And we're finding that is starting to decay. So organizations probably won't settle on 100% work at home. They probably won't go back to 100% work in the office. So adopting a hybrid model where we work at home, but we come together to collaborate, to create, and for a sense of congregation, I think is going to be important as we go forward.
I think that's very interesting information. We have been speaking this morning to Spencer O'Leary. He is the CEO of ActiveOps North America. They are a global company. They are a leader in management process automation. And we thank you so much for all of the good information, Spencer, this morning.
No, thank you.